Mae hanes a gwerth cymdeithasol ein coedwigoedd yn rhan elfennol o raglen Coedwig Genedlaethol i Gymru, and the National Forest for Wales programme will be working closely with the People's Collection Wales to promote, preserve and celebrate the story of trees in our society. Bwriad Casglyd Werin Cymru yw i ddarparu archif ddigidol o gynnwys hanesyddol sy'n ymwneud â phob agwedd o ddiwylliant ein cenedl. And by working closely with community groups, schools and cultural institutions across Wales, the People's Collection provides a platform on which content can be published and shared with a wider audience. The remit for material we publish is almost limitless, ac mae'n falch iawn gennym ni weld mwy o gynnwys sy'n dathlu hanes a phwysigrwydd byd natur yn yr archif, just like this collection. A mini archive of documents, oral histories and scientific material relating to people and the marine environment, wedi ei gasglu ynghyd o bob rhan o arfordir ein gwlad. The National Forest for Wales team will ask the public to get involved by sharing their own piece of woodland history, whether with a photograph, neu gan rannu stori efallai, maybe a memory of their favourite tree, neu darn o waith celf sy'n ymateb i goeden neu goedwig. Dyma gyfle i ni rannu a dathlu coed ein cymdeithas, an opportunity for us all to celebrate the trees that we love.
Wel, pan oeddwn ni'n tyfu lan yn Sir Gar, oedd da ci fi ffermwr oedd ac yn y wyliau, bob wyliau ysgol, oeddwn ni a fy mrawd yn mynd lawr i'r fferm a mynd lawr i'r cae. Wrth gwrs oedd coedwig ar gael yna, ac oeddwn ni'n gwneud popeth o'r plant yn gwneud dringo, creu rhywle i cuddio ac yn y blaen. So o'r ddechrau oeddwn ni'n gyfarwydd gyda coedwig ac oedd yn rhan o'r bywydau ni. Nawr ble dwi'n mynd ar fy wyliau yn ystod yr haf lawr yn Sir Benfro, mae coedwig newydd, coedwig millennium, sydd wedi bod yn tyfu nawr am 20 mlynedd. A dwi'n cael y cyfle bob flwyddyn i mynd lawr i weld y coeden yn tyfu, a mae rhywbeth rhyfeddol i weld rhywbeth fel yna, rhywbeth newydd fel yna yn tyfu yma yn Cymru. A pan ni'n siarad am coedwig genedlaethol newydd, wel ni'n siarad ag yr un peth, ond rhywbeth ar lefel genedlaethol. Rhywbeth sy'n mynd i fod na am y dyfodol, am bobl sy'n mynd i dod ar ôl ni, rhywbeth sy'n addas i ni yma yn Cymru, rhywbeth sy'n tyfu yn Cymru, rhywbeth bydd pobl yn y dyfodol yn gallu fwynhau. Dyna pam mae'r raglen y coedwig genedlaethol yn mwy cyffroes. A dwi'n edrych ymlaen, a dwi'n siŵr bydd pobl eraill yn edrych ymlaen i weld y raglen yn ddatblygu. Well, when I grew up in West Wales, my grandparents were farmers, and I would spend every holiday down on the farm, and they were woods on the farm. So from the very beginning, I have a memory of going down into the fields, exploring, climbing, making dens, all the things that children do when they're growing up, and being able to do it in that very natural way. Since then, I spend my holidays in Pembrokeshire every year, and where we go to stay, there is both a very old wood that you can walk through, down from where we stay, down to the coast and to the sea, but also a new millennium wood, planted 20 years ago. And every year I go down to the wood, and every year I see it grow. And there is something genuinely magical about seeing a new woodland being created for future generations in front of your own eyes. And the idea of a national forest is to do that on a grand scale, to make sure that future generations have a chance to walk from one end of Wales to another, from south to north and north to south, without ever leaving a natural and national forest. a forest that connects ancient woodlands that are already there and uses the Welsh Government's woodland estate that draws new partners and new possibilities into this great venture. A national forest will never be grown in a few years. It's a project for decades ahead, but one that will leave a living legacy for those who will come after us and will celebrate the huge natural opportunities that we are so lucky to have here in Wales.
Hi, I'm Dave Williams and we're in Blaen Bran Community Woodland, which is on the outskirts of the town of Cwm Bran. It's a community wood of 100 acres with a mixture of deciduous trees, mostly beech, but a mixture of oak and ash and a lot of birch as well, plus conifer from having been a former Forestry Commission plantation. As a community woodland, our aim has been to open up this area so that anyone can come up here and enjoy themselves and walking the dog, a bit of rest and recuperation, etc. We've got a number of projects we've done as a community woodland, and one has been actually developing a community orchard area where we've got 60 apple trees. We've also created a pond, and we maintain the tracks for anybody to be able to come and walk through the woodland, as well as a few benches, keeping the perimeter fence clear, etc. So all in all, great place to be, and we've got about 120 members.
Hi, my name's Jerry O'Keefe and I'm one of 13 directors of a community woodland project here in North Wales. Close to the villages of Marford and Gresford, the site is known as Maes y Pant, which translates into the Hollow Field, which is an extremely apt name considering that the site is formerly an old quarry running to approximately 72 acres. We purchased the site in 2011 and originally planted up with Corsican pine. We've engaged in an extensive programme over recent years whereby we're taking out the Corsican pine and replacing them with indigenous trees. And on that particular project we've engaged extensively with children and young people, their families and local schools. And it was one of the contributory factors to us receiving the Green Flag Award over recent years. The site is extremely popular with a good cross-section of the community. We have people of all abilities and disabilities. We've developed bike trails and a pump track, and they are extremely popular with families also. In addition, on site we also have a children's play area, we have an outdoor gym, and we have pathways designed specifically for people of all abilities. Thank you very much indeed.
Hi, my name's Melissa and I'm at Llyn Park Mawr, which is a community woodland on Anglesey. We manage 24 hectares of mostly Corsican pine, but also beech, alder, spruce, birch and willow. And in the past 5 years we've planted thousands more native and non-native broadleaf and conifer trees. We have a large lake with a new beautiful bird hide, a wooden open-sided cabin which is open to the public, used for educational events and training, and available to hire. Llyn Park Mawr also has a thriving red squirrel population who are fed regularly by our volunteers. We've received funding from the National Lottery, the WCVA, the Co-op and the Community Foundation in Wales. We manage the woodland with volunteers and usually hold woodland events all year round, from forest school sessions and family events to fungi forays. And we have a social history project on our website.
Hello, I'm Rob Clapham at Grand Tower, Riverside Park in Pontardawe. We sat in 25 acres of beautiful grassland and woodland and have been a green flag site now for around 9 years. The site was primarily alder, willow and oak, but we planted many hundreds of trees and shrubs to form new hedgerows and woodland areas, so we now have a much greater variety. Such things as hazel, rowan, crabapple in hedges, and broadleaf trees such as beech, copper beech, hornbeam and chestnut. We've also planted an orchard with around 10 different apple varieties. We've got open grassland areas that are left to grow over the summer, attracting bees and other insect life. We're open to the public 24/7 and run an outdoor education centre, an intervention programme for primary and secondary schools 5 days a week. We also have a volunteer programme every Wednesday where we provide transferable woodland skills, or we will have again when the lockdown is over. Come along please and spend some time with us, we'd be very pleased to see you.
Hello, my name is Chris, Chair of Coed y Bont at Pontypridd y Guide, a community woodland with a management agreement with NRW of 24 hectares. This woodland connects people with nature, with volunteer sessions and relevant training. Our woodland has a variety of wildlife and habitats, with pine martens using as their territory and red squirrels a mile away. We provide a place where people can relax and enjoy outdoors.
My name is Rod Waterfield. Welcome to the Warren Woods in Denbighshire, the home of the Woodland Skills Centre. Warren Woods is a 50-acre woodland right in the heart of the Ceredigion Range and Dee Valley area of outstanding natural beauty. The woodland is privately owned, but it's entered into a long-term lease with a social enterprise company called Warren Woods Limited that runs the Woodland Skills Centre. We have a heritage orchard, allotments, medicinal herb garden, vineyard, wildflower meadows, polytunnels, tree nursery, workshops. We run courses in traditional crafts that attract people from all over the UK, mainly woodland related, such as woodland management, chair making, stool making, but also blacksmithing, longbows, coracles, horticulture, lots of bushcraft courses and courses in mindfulness. We also have a big social prescribing programme working here on site with people of all ages, some with mental health problems, learning difficulties, physical disabilities, dementia, and we also work with children who've been excluded from school.